Hello everybody and welcome to UKGE 2024. I've popped over to Great Escape Games. I'm here with Mark to find out what's going on with the wonderful world of the Wild West and possibly more. So, all geared up for a big expo.
Yeah. It's the first time we've been since actually the first year when it was in a hotel a long time ago. It's an entirely different experience. So yeah, we're really looking forward to the day. Should be a good opportunity to meet some new people, we think, really. So bring them on, I guess.
Yeah. Obviously the big news is the new edition, or the Redux, of Dead Man's Hand, which you have the two-player starter set laid out here, and it looks spectacular along with the plastic buildings as well. How's this gone down? Because it's a very recent release for you.
Oh, it's been fantastic. We've sold lots and lots, which is obviously a good thing, because then that's allowed us to expand on it more. So that came out in April. We've sold nearly 2,000 copies of the starter set now, so we're really pleased. And we've got more coming. The rulebook contains the lists for the first 4 gangs. Later this year, it's actually just about to go to press. We've got a book called The Good, which has got 13 factions which use the red cards. And then shortly after that, we've got The Bad and the Ugly, which is another 13 factions which use the black cards. So that's 7 brand new gangs. So anybody who already plays Dead Man's Hand, and maybe somebody out there has got everything, well, there's a lot more new stuff coming. Yeah. And then we've got new buildings coming, and we're getting the test shots. They were due this week actually, so they're probably waiting in the warehouse for us now. So we've got a new single story and a new double story building. Then we've got mounted gunfighters, so mounted versions of the boys and girls. They're coming. We should, fingers crossed, get all that out this year. And then early next year, we've got 4 more plastic sets coming next year. They're a bit of a secret at the moment, so I'm going to keep them under my hat for now.
Terrible tease. How has the move been into more plastic? Because I have a ton of the metals from various kinds, and obviously with the metals you get really nice sculpts, but the flexibility of the plastics is a different proposition altogether.
Yeah, definitely. It's we're a very small company, and so obviously the step into plastics, it's a big thing. It's a big investment, and so we did the first set a few years ago now, the first gunfighter set, and they went down really well. Sales were brilliant. They were really well received. We learned some things from that set. There were some things that weren't as good as maybe they could have been, but we learned from that. Then we did the second set. Again, they were really well received. And then the aim was always this 2-player starter set. We wanted to do something to give people everything they need in the box, like you said, and so that meant buildings, and buildings was a massive investment, so it was a real big step, but it's helped kick us on kind of to the next level. So now we just going from strength to strength, keep pushing, keep going, introducing new things, hopefully get some new customers, new people into Old West gaming.
Well, that's the main thing, is always growing the hobby and expanding the people who play your game. Obviously, with the Wild West, Old West, there's the potential there to do so much beyond just even small gang fights. I was watching a film the other day, The Guns of Fort Petticoat, where Artie Murphy is leading about 20 or 30 women against rebel Comanches.
Yep. And
all I could think of was, I've got 4 boxes of the female gunfighters there. And I'm going, I could do that quite happily. Yeah. That'd be quite nice to have one little 7th Cavalry guy desperately trying to whip these women into an army in a short order. And just because the plastics are available, they're multi-part, means you can do that. You can go, I'm not worried about 5 models or 6 models being repeated multiple times. There's a huge amount of flexibility in there. The buildings, though, are a whole other level, because they are super modular. There's a 2-story, and there's more coming as well, you're saying?
There is, yeah. So I'm not sure we can get this on camera. The way it works is this piece here, which is the ceiling, is also the same piece as the floor. So it means that they've got little grooves here, and it means that they click on top of each other. So we could take this building here, and it will go on top of that one there. Should sit there. And so then, as we can see, we've actually got the 2-story building in the cabinet. You've just got some stairs on the outside. So then all the side pieces are reversible. So on this one, we've got the windows on the right. On that one, we've got it on the left. The 2-story building brings in 2 more side walls, so that means there are 4. Again, they're all interchangeable. The new building brings on new fronts and backs and new doors and another header. So we'll have 3 headers by that point. So it means within a very short period of time, you can get a lot of different buildings from the same looking kits as we've done on this table here. It's exactly the same building in all cases, but we've done it in a slightly different way just to make it a little bit more different.
Yeah, and I think the ability to be able to put together a town that's ever expanding and at the same time looks so different. Even things like the internal wall isn't fixed, so you can slide up, slide it down, leave it out altogether. That flexibility is fantastic. If people haven't seen Dead Man's Hand, there's a game. We've done a game on the channel. You can go and have a look at that. As far as Wild West gang fight goes, it's absolutely superb. I love the card mechanics. I hate the D20 because D20s hate me. But getting to melee, D10, much more likely to kill people. But it's not the only game you do. You also have quite a nice little...
Oh, we've got a huge stable of games.
Yeah. But particularly I'm thinking of everybody's favourite, the Chicago Way.
Yeah. So the Chicago Way, it uses the same game mechanics as Dead Man's Hand. It's just a prohibition game. So, 1920s. It started purely in the US, so thus the Chicago Way. So you got gangsters, moonshiners, police and federal agents. But then we've expanded it. So the latest 2 gangs, one of them was bootleggers, the other one was the Peaky Blinders. They've been very, very popular, so we've expanded them massively. We've got more plans for the Chicago Way. We've got more gangs come in. We've been talking recently about moving the Chicago Way across to plastics, so doing some plastic gangs for those as well. That's more of a long-term project. But yeah, it's definitely a game that we still support, that we still do really well with. So,
well worth checking out, folks. If you're here at the Expo, Hall 2, do you know your booth number?
317, I believe it is. It's down on the floor down there.
I believe you are correct.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. If you can't make it to the Expo, then people can check you out online.
Yep. Yeah. GreatEscapeGames.co.uk. Everything on there. We've got a load of Facebook groups, so you can go on any of those. They're all filled with actually very reasonable, nice people, which is good for social media.
It's unusual for social media, I'll give you that. There you go, folks. Definitely check out Dead Man's Hand, the Chicago Way, really nice World War II game, which name escapes me.
Yeah, we've got Iron Cross and Rules of Engagement, and then we've got 7 Days to the River Rhine, which is a Cold War gone hot. Quite topical, considering the state of the world at the moment.
Always is. So a lot to get your teeth into on that one from Great Escape Games. We're going to push on and see what else there is to see here at the Expo.